across 6 different schools in Lincoln with a full Thanksgiving meal. With your support, they made Thanksgiving Day for those families a little brighter. They want to wish everyone a Merry Christmas. Your community, your bank. Midwest Bank. Member FDIC.
The Huskers are headed to the Pinstripe Bowl. Cheer on the Huskers in New York City on the official Husker Pinstripe Bowl tour offered by the Nebraska Alumni Association. Your bowl package includes a 2-night hotel stay, round-trip transportation on game day, pregame events, and more. Spots are limited, so book your spot now on the official Husker Pinstripe Bowl tour with the Nebraska Alumni Association. Go to HuskerFanTravel.com or call 888-831-0858. That's 888-831-0858 or HuskerFanTravel.com.
Your home is your empire. Protect it with Empire Fence. Get a free instant quote with the online estimating tool at empire-fence.com. See an upfront estimate with no hidden fees. An Empire Fence can provide privacy and improve the appearance of your home. Keep kids and pets in or out of your yard. Increase security and add value to your property. Visit empire-fence.com now to view the stylish and maintenance-free possibilities for your home and get a free instant online quote. Let Empire Fence protect your empire.
As a proud member of the Roofing and Solar Reform Alliance, Coalition Restoration stands out by providing thorough property assessments, personalized customer service, and top-notch craftsmanship. With years of experience in the industry, Coalition Restoration has built a notable reputation for having a team filled with skilled professionals and possessing the expertise to handle any roofing project, big or small. Visit their website today for a free roof assessment at www.coalitionrestoration.com or give them a call at 402-607-8186.
With the Planet Fitness Black Card, you don't just get a great workout, you get a great perk out because your membership is packed with perks. For $1 down and $24.99 a month, you'll get perks like access to any of our 2,400 clean and spacious locations. Bring your friend anytime and both work out with tons of equipment that'll give you that big fitness energy. Relax in the Black Card spa and more. Work out and perk out with the PF Black Card. Join for just $1 down and $24.99 a month. Hurry, this deal ends soon. See Home Club for details.
At Action Plumbing, Heating, AC, and Electrical, we're ready, reliable, and recommended. Water heater acting up or your sump pump on the fritz? Call Action. Summer's around the corner. Is your AC working? Are you sure? Call Action. Electrical problems? I'm telling you, call Action. Call Action for a free same-day estimate or a trusted second opinion. You heard that right, a free same-day estimate. 402-423-6960. ActionLincoln.com.
On the farm from dawn till dusk, hardworking hands tend to the land, equipment, and the animals. But your hard work deserves a little relaxation too. Visit the Nebraska Ag Expo, December 10th through the 12th at Sandhills Global Event Center in Lincoln. See all the latest ag innovations in livestock and equipment, precision ag, drone, and AI tech, crop inputs, grain storage, and more. Take a break from the daily grind and recharge at the Nebraska Ag Expo. You deserve it. Sponsored in part by Farm Credit Services of America and Ag Direct.
Wrestling fans, it's time to elevate your game, just like Stevens & Smith Construction does for your concrete needs. As your full-service concrete contractor, we deliver solid results every time. From singles to doubles, fighting for inside position to scrambling reversals, we know how to pin down quality and slam expectations. Stevens & Smith Construction, a proud sponsor of Takedown Tuesdays on 93.7 The Ticket, where Husker wrestlers bring you all the action. Don't stall. Stevens & Smith Construction is here to help you build a concrete foundation for the win. Check us out at www.stevensandsmith.com because stalling is a penalty and winning is the only option.
This is the Don't Punt Hour with former Nebraska receiver.
Throwing over the middle, completes the pass. He's got speed to the end zone. Touchdown! 45 yards.
And return specialist.
This time he beats the kicker and one more.
DeMornay Pierson-El.
Only does the sideline have confidence in Pierson-El, but Pierson-El has confidence in Pierson-El.
On 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Powered by the Teammates Mentoring Program.
All right, welcome into the Don't Punt Hour. Harrison Arndt on the ones and twos. As always, come Ticket Weeknights. You guys can join in. We'll have the former Husker, DeMornay Pierson-El, join us on the Allo VIP line. As always, come 7 o'clock here for Ticket Weeknights. You guys can also join in 402-464-5685. That is the Sartor Heyman text line. You can also put a face to the voice using the streams, Facebook, YouTube, X, Allo, channel 961. If you got Allo cable, let's go ahead and bring him in. Good morning, Pierson-El on a Wednesday night. How's it going?
It's going good, other than it being cold, but, we can talk about that later.
Yeah, I think we're finally done with the good weather here. We had a good run for it. At one point, we're sitting there in beautiful 50-degree weather for really, I think that Wisconsin game was up in the 50s, home in Lincoln for senior day. It was beautiful. And then obviously the last week versus Iowa, if you went to Kinnick Stadium, 16 degrees, freezing. But yeah, we're officially out of the nice few scattered out warm days. I think it's pretty much all cold here all the way out. But like you said, we'll save weather for the weathermen. Let's talk about the news of the day. Pretty surprising. We were talking about it yesterday. I don't think either of us thought that it would actually come to fruition. Bill Belichick, according to Schefter, is going to be the next head coach of the North Carolina Tar Heels. Good morning, Pierson-El. Your thoughts?
That is wild. I don't know why. Unless I did some, searching around on it and everything like that, and there's been some stuff that people have said maybe he might not be a person to land an NFL head coaching job, and he was just kind of nervous and kind of just took with something, and that's even crazy for that people don't wouldn't even give him an opportunity or a chance to think he could do something, because I think he's still a heck of a coach.
Yeah, I'm pretty mad with the Bears. The Bears should have jumped on this right away. The fact that they haven't been talking to him, what the Bears need is a guy that knows how to install a culture. Like, the Bears just need a guy that's not going to give a damn and instill what he wants to do because he knows how to win. I think the Bears kind of fell on their face with this one. As much as I like a lot of the Bears candidates, like, you need a guy that's going to be able to flip that culture around that has a track record of doing it. So that's my 2 cents. I am just a little bit surprised that I think Bill Belichick's been looking for a job for a while, to your point. So it's surprising that I think the Falcons were an option. I don't know how serious, if the Bears even ever contacted him about it. But yeah, he ends up slipping through the cracks now down at the college football level, UNC. What do you think he saw in UNC?
I'm not sure. Because,
his father did used to coach there.
Okay, but still, that's enough to get you there. It's not a money issue. You got a 3-year, $10 million deal. You could have got that in the league without the ponying around and all the ego stroking you're going to have to do to get recruits there. So I'm searching for what exactly drew you to, the college realm. You were a top coach. You're a Hall of Fame coach. I don't think you needed to go to college. It's a different beast. It's a different, mentality. And I don't think his personality, honestly, would be really good. And I don't want to sound negative or anything like that, but I don't think his personality fits, kind of for the college scene. As we were talking about it yesterday, he's kind of a harsh, really real, very straight to the point type of guy. Some of them kids won't be able to take that.
I'll tell you this much. There's going to be some journalism kids at UNC that aren't going to be able to take it. And those press game post conferences, he's not going to care if you're a college student. If you ask him a bad question, he's going to let you know about it.
Early.
When it comes to the players, how real is that? Because if you do have Bill Belichick, do you think there's more likelihood they're going to take that heat, though, knowing that he's got all these NFL connections, that he's got the Super Bowl rings? Do you think that adds a layer of respect to where they're going to take a little bit more?
Yes. I think that will be, that will have some type of precedence. But one, and I don't mean to, kind of go off. One, he's not Deion. Deion has charismatic. He has a lot of other things. He can kind of fit in with what's going on now. He's not, stuck in ways or anything like that. He's an old school guy, but he's up to date with new times. And Bill isn't that. He's the exact opposite of that. And in this age with NIL, where money's going to be the problem, you've seen how he handled Tom Brady with those issues and monies and all of that. All the people that came through New England and whatnot, and where he's going in the league where it's honestly going to be all about money. you think he's the right person necessarily for that? Not necessarily. No. I mean, people come in there. It's going to be money first. It's not. The smart ones will understand, future. Oh, he'll get me prepared and looked at. And regardless of if we do play bad or whatever, if my coach does put in a good word, people are going to give me a shot because I've been under him. That would be smart, but not everybody sees it that way. Everybody sees dollar signs nowadays, and that's what it's going to be about. So, I mean, if you're looking for a future and not just a quick fix, and what can you do for me now? Then yeah, UNC would be enticing because of what he can do, defensive wise. All the scouts and everything like that are either they know him, heard about him, nervous of him, and whatnot. So whatever he says, I mean, you can guarantee that that's a lot. They're not going to question that because it's Bill. But I don't like it. I'm not gonna lie. It pisses me off.
I'll say this: if you're UNC though, doesn't this kind of a slam run? Because who in their right mind is going to talk about UNC football heading into next season if they don't? They can get a bunch of different coaches, but the fact that they did get Bill Belichick, that's going to be a little bit of the Dion effect. I know he's not as charismatic, but people are going to want to watch UNC now just to see what Bill Belichick looks like at the college football level.
I mean, for sure, but I mean, you regardless when Dion and everybody when they were losing and whatnot, people were still tuning in. But because you wanted to see the show. There's no show with Bill. There's no circus. There's no parading around or anything like that. Bill is the complete opposite. He's oatmeal. Like
come on, no, he's had some great moments. You can't deny he's had some fantastic moments with the challenge flag and teasing the Jets.
I'm not. Again, okay, a moment. You can count what, maybe 10 moments, maybe 7 moments out of his whole year, out of his whole time in the NFL.
It's his dry humor. I mean, it's about every other press conference. It's a different type of charisma. I don't know how I'd label it. But when you have the Super Bowl rings, that dry humor nonsense kind of works out. It's a lot different than when Nick Sirianni was getting a little bit sharp as the Eagles head coach, and they started losing a bunch of games. People got a little bit tired of the act. Obviously, it worked out fine. The Eagles are winning a lot of ball games this year.
But you were with grown men. You were at the top of the top. Like, that's not this situation. You're going to have to develop kids, which I think he can. I don't think that's going to be the issue and everything like that. The problem is, what if, they're not paying the people the money? Are you going to get, some of those athletes to get you to compete? Now, will you have schemes and everything like that to knock everything out? And will the X's and O's be right? Absolutely. But we've seen with him, the quarterback situation. We don't know what, their quarterback situation is going to be. Getting a good quarterback there and everything like that, it's probably going to cost you a pretty penny to get you a quarterback to go there. We don't know offensive coordinator and everything like that. So from the defensive side of things, I know they're going to be fine. You can roll out, the mechanics all over, Chapel Hill, and they'll be fine, but that's just one side of the ball. I mean, we've seen what the Patriots were. They had a solid defense and offense was still trash.
Yeah, it's it's just I am really intrigued by it. I'm a lot higher on it than I was yesterday. I will be honest about that. 402-464-5685.
You are kidding yourself.
Oh,
Bill going on official visits. Look, I like you enough. Like are you coming or are you not? We're not going to be here tomorrow. Like, come on now. Like it I would have to see it. It's just not. I don't see it.
If he was in the SEC, I might be barking up the same tree a little bit more.
That now, I think the SEC would be funny.
Go ahead. I want to hear this.
The SEC would be funny because I mean you're probably in one of the top 2 best conferences in football. Week in and week out, you're going to be playing somebody who's a freak of nature, and you would get to see Bill give some elaborate scheme and make this person look irrelevant. So that would have been okay. I would like to see that, but with UNC, I'm not so sure. It's just I don't think it's a hard place to recruit. I've been to UNC. I was close to, going there and everything like
it's a
that.
beautiful campus. If they get you to land
Beautiful
there,
campus,
awesome.
a lovely school. I mean, the football is not bad or anything like that, but you just have Bill in this NIL era. That just doesn't mix with his personality, and I don't know if he can keep up the show enough to land the recruits he would need to. You know what I mean?
This is where I go back and forth on
with Deion, everybody and their parents love Deion. Everybody, their parents grew up, had a story about Deion. I remember X, Y, and Z. So your parents already know and love you. With Bill, it's not going to be that effect. Oh, yeah, with the Patriots, okay, that might get old, after a while. And his dry humor, that might rub people the wrong way. I don't know.
If his dry humor rubs you the wrong way, you're not the guy he was looking for anyways. I think when you're talking about Bill Belichick, what kind of is getting me to sway here is I just do think, man, if he shows up and he's got all the Super Bowl rings on the table, not only that, he's got guys like Gronk, Tom Brady, hell, even guys like Edelman who on the testing numbers aren't supposed to have this incredible career, but somehow with Bill Belichick and company, I mean, you have a litany of guys. It didn't really seem to matter who was going through the Patriots in that time period. They typically had pretty good seasons. Antonio Brown, even until he kind of just quit and took the jersey off.
The biggest difference. You're talking about grown men. You're talking about men who understand what it takes to sacrifice of things and that are not child. I mean, you might have some childish dudes. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah,
and everything like that. But this is a completely different animal. Like it's nowhere near the same. Not even remotely close.
Yeah, it's 6 games, 6 wins first year. Yes or no?
I mean, maybe. I don't know who the offensive staff is. So that's a big question mark. Are you going to bring your boy McDaniels? Is McDaniels going to try some stuff, or is he going to be at home, collecting his checks on the Raiders still? I think that I'm not worried about the defensive side. Whoever's out there, Bill's going to have them ready to play defensively.
Yep.
I don't know what you have from the offensive side. One, who's your quarterback? 2, who's your offensive coordinator? What scheme are you going to run? Are you running West Coast? Are you running spread? Are you running, air raid and everything like that? That matters, especially in the ACC with, scoring points. So that's hard to say over or under or 500 because I don't know who's all on the staff. Now you put a staff together and everything like that, I can be more comfortable with saying, oh yeah, I think this is what it's going to be, or that's what it's going to be. That and after looking at who's on the roster, who's going to the 105, or who's leaving and whatnot. So it's a lot of variables. That's not an easy question to answer right now.
Yeah, no, I set you up there for sure. Definitely not an easy question to answer. And the more I just keep leaning into this, like why this might work. Again, the conference certainly helps a lot. It's not the Big Ten. It's not the SEC, ACC. Also, Bill Belichick, he's just going to bring, I think, a pretty, not Iowa conservative brand, but he's going to play a more conservative brand of football. And like you said, with that defense and his special teams, he's going to have those things probably pretty cleaned up. And when you can do that in college football, have a good defense and clean special teams and be conservative, but not to the level of Iowa, like that's kind of the recipe of success in college football, because we come to find out teams in college football end up beating themselves more often than they end up beating the team across from them. So it might work out, just really great with that conservative style over at UNC, but it comes down to the recruiting. And again, why I keep leaning that way, it's the Super Bowl rings, it's the connections. I just think he's going to be able to have a good job getting guys to listen. But let's say that for the sake of my argument, that guys are going to listen to him. Where are you at on Bill Belichick's ability to identify talent? Because he's certainly gotten some guys throughout the NFL, but especially towards the end there, really struggling and missing in the draft.
If him and Ernie is going to be there, I think definitely he'll identify certain guys that have certain tricks and everything like that, and be able to take him to a different level. if they listen. So I mean that's I'm not doubting his ability with things and everything like that. Because you can say what you want to say, even with some of the guys that they took when he was with New England, the guys that they took, the defensive guys have been a hit. It's the offensive guys he was missing on.
Yeah, to your point, he knows the defense well. Like he's able to get guys.
Regardless, you can say all his picks. Go back and look at all his defensive picks, even with some of those, I know he missed with some of those, offensive picks. But, and with certain positions and everything like that, those are higher caliber guys to bust. You know what I mean? Like your middle round, late round guys, receiver wise typically do better. I'm not saying that, your first round guys don't go off, but, so some don't perform each and every year in drafts. They just so happen, to get that at the quarterback position, which has been very, very hard to draft. And as we've seen, not only New England, other, organizations have drafted bad as well. So I don't think that's a knock on Bill. That's just, the wrong quarterback into, the wrong situation. You took a quarterback that's used to being hot and not playing in cold weather, and you put him up in cold weather, he plays terrible. But if you go back and look at the games where he's playing in hot weather, he's playing awesome. So I think Bill will be fine with, identifying talent and getting guys ready and whatnot. I'm just not sure what it will be on the offensive side of how do you get offensive people to come there. You're a defensive coach. People know that. You know what I mean? What does your offensive scheme look like? And, money's going to be a factor. You can't just hand it off to the GM. You can't hand it off to, somebody else to deal with it and, hey, look, come back to us, come back to me when you're ready. This ain't the NFL. Like, no, it's going to go through you now for sure.
Yeah, and to Oprah's point on the text line, it'll be an experiment for Bill. First time he's got to go recruit the guys as opposed to just choosing them. So, yeah, it's just going to be, I wonder how much sway that Bill Belichick has. Like, is he going to have to really be the main guy at a lot of those and travel around a lot? Or is his, name on the phone call going to be enough to convince guys to meet him down there at UNC? It's going to be interesting. I'm personally curious, like, how much respect does Bill Belichick have with the current athletes of today? I'm betting it's still pretty high because the NFL connections
I think so.
Got to be very lucrative. If you're a player and you can have Bill Belichick be your head coach and he says the right things, and he's got connections to guys like Gronk, Tom Brady, even the lesser of the talent, the Edelman, you feel pretty good about that. And especially if you're a defensive-minded guy, you feel really good about Bill Belichick. And if you're on the offense, there's a few guys you can talk to that might be able to swing you. Some guys that'll talk kindly of Bill Belichick's offensive mind. And yes, it might not be the flashiest, but it's going to win you a lot of ball games. I think that's the pitch that you're going to have to make if you're helping Bill Belichick out, if you're his OC or any of the former players he brings on to talk. It's like, hey, it's not flashy, but look at the Super Bowl rings. We win a lot of games this way by playing just conservative enough, taking the shots when they're there. But the key to the sauce is great defense, great special teams, and just don't shoot yourselves in the foot. Something that, again, we always go back to this, but the teams that do that well are the teams that consistently win 9 games. They just don't beat themselves. Because even in that Notre Dame game where they lost to NIU, Notre Dame was the better team. They just beat themselves that day. And NIU really just, they weren't, in a shootout. It wasn't 40 to 40 plus at the end of the game. It was a low scoring game. But NIU was just playing conservative enough, understanding Notre Dame wasn't having a good day. They were out of sorts and let them beat themselves. So I do think Bill Belichick, kind of with his mindset, I'm more optimistic than I was yesterday on it. I don't know how quick the turnaround could look like, but that conference, with the excitement he's going to have at UNC, I think there's going to be a lot of people turning their heads. But to your point, a lot of it, I think, is who does he bring with him? The guys he brings with him, they're going to have a lot of leverage. It's going to be important. Like, for me, and I'll let you add on to it before we go to our first break here. The first thing, if I'm him looking forward to coach, is I need to get a guy with me or a few guys that are just really good recruiters, that have connections, that know how to do with them and doing it for a while. Because to the texter's point, I mean, that's going to be the new thing for him. Like, that's the first thing I'm looking for. One of the first few things. We need a coach that has a lot of connections and that can recruit, and has a really good recruiting rate. So what are your thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, yes, but I mean, that's what I'm saying. It's a different beast. Like with the NFL, like you really don't have to recruit. The recruiting kind of does it itself. A lot of people didn't want to go to the Patriots for certain reasons. Other people didn't want to go because of certain reasons and everything like that. Even some of the NFL guys that you're going to be bringing in, they're going to be like, they might have came up through the college ranks, but haven't, been there, in years. So, I mean, it's going to be figuring things out, figuring, that game out. It's going to be new unless you just get people who've been in, the college football for the last 5 years at least that can tell you and kind of, give you a speed course of how it's supposed to go. But I mean, that's a different challenge that, every other university has over him and his staff, unless he brings in all collegiate staff that every university will have over him. So, and I mean, I don't think it'll take long, but I mean, him being, or what he did with the Patriots and everything like that is only going to last and get you so long when this is a different league and things go by a different way.
Yeah, it's definitely a wait and see. Another experiment in college football. I mean, we had the Deion experiment. Actually worked pretty damn well for year 2 for him. Now we're gonna have the Bill Belichick experiment. We'll see what year 1 looks like. Who does he bring with him? But if anything, it does help him certainly that the college football game is more professional than it ever was before, where you essentially got payrolls. The roster limit's cut down to 105. A lot of that just being you're not really worrying about who are the scholarship guys, who are the walk-ons. It's like, okay, now you pretty well know out of the 105, they're probably all taken care of some sort of fashion, depending on the school, NIL-wise. So it's really just managing the money. And then for him, the new part, recruiting. What does that look like? I know the walk-ons feel horrible. This is a terrible situation for the walk-on program to leave. Because if you were a walk-on and you were doing good, you just wasn't getting, your chance. Bill might have been, to hell with it. We rolling with you. I like what you're doing. Yeah,
next thing
tough.
Catapult you. So I know the walk-ons are probably kicking themselves right now because it's what could have been if Bill had, walk-ons to evaluate. And, the walk-ons were doing a pretty good, decent job. And he kind of, how many special teams guys has Bill built? How many special teams?
Like he knows how to find those guys.
Hall of Famers, you know what I'm saying? So now he's getting, so the fact that the walk-on program is just gone across the board, I know some walk-ons that heard that news today are probably crying themselves to sleep tonight.
Yeah, because he would have gave you the look. That's for certain. We know that much about Bill.
For sure.
He would have looked at you.
For sure.
He doesn't give a damn where you're from, if you're scholarship or not. He's going to look at everybody.
He don't care.
Yeah, that's tough. I mean, man, good point. He could have had the second greatest walk-on program after Nebraska if that thing was still around with Bill Belichick.
Oh, my God.
Then I'd be really optimistic if he got the walk-on program with it. But that being said, we do got to throw the break here. Don't go anywhere. We'll keep it on the lines of football. We'll dive into some NFL and then a little bit more Huskers as well. So don't go anywhere. Don't punt hour. We got the morning Pierson-El on the Allo VIP line where they understand the importance of exceptional service with a local heart. Don't go anywhere. We'll talk to you in a little bit.
At Action Plumbing, Heating, AC, and Electrical, we're ready, reliable, and recommended. Water heater acting up or your sump pump on the fritz? Call Action. Summer's around the corner. Is your AC working? Are you sure? Call Action. Electrical problems? I'm telling you, call Action. Call Action for a free same-day estimate or trusted second opinion. You heard that right, a free same-day estimate. 402-423-6960. ActionLincoln.com.
Wrestling fans, it's time to elevate your game, just like Stevens & Smith Construction does for your concrete needs. As your full-service concrete contractor, we deliver solid results every time. From singles to doubles, fighting for inside position to scrambling reversals, we know how to pin down quality and slam expectations. Stevens & Smith Construction, a proud sponsor of Takedown Tuesdays on 93.7 The Ticket. where Husker wrestlers bring you all the action. Don't stall. Stevens & Smith Construction is here to help you build a concrete foundation for the win. Check us out at www.stevensandsmith.com because stalling is a penalty and winning is the only option.
The holiday season is here, and Sartor Heyman is making your shopping easy. Shop our wide selection of necklaces, earrings, or bracelets to our amazing line of watches. Looking for something truly unique? Consider our estate jewelry, or even build your own custom handcrafted piece with our in-house designers. The perfect gift at the perfect price. Christmas memories start with family and Sartor Heyman.
Your home is your empire. Protect it with Empire Fence. Get a free instant quote with the online estimating tool at empire-fence.com. See an upfront estimate with no hidden fees. An Empire Fence can provide privacy and improve the appearance of your home. Keep kids and pets in or out of your yard. Increase security and add value to your property. Visit empire-fence.com now to view the stylish and maintenance-free possibilities for your home and get a free instant online quote. Let Empire Fence protect your empire.
Rashawn Jackson here for Bauer Infrastructure, a veteran-owned local company proudly serving Lincoln, Lancaster County, and the surrounding areas. Bauer provides quality work at an affordable price, and they're growing rapidly. If you want to experience a career with a fast-paced, family-friendly environment, visit BauerInfrastructure.com. They have top-of-the-line benefits, year-round work, even through the winter. Bauer, usher in the new era of infrastructure to an area near you. And as always, go Big Red!
Our first $2 night of the season is Thursday, December 12th against the Sioux City Musketeers. Score $2 PBR and Busch Light Tall Boys, as well as hot dogs, popcorn, and soda. Rock the box with the Stars for our only Thursday night home game of the season. Get your tickets now at LincolnStars.com for $2 night at the Icebox.
Are you looking to upgrade or improve the garage door on your home? This is Cameron Hall of Doors Plus. At Doors Plus, we guarantee to offer a wide selection of options from 5 leading garage door manufacturers as we deliver a free estimate, exact measurements, and rapid installation with a 3 to 5 week time frame. When you choose Doors Plus for your residential garage door needs, you'll work with our experienced technicians and be ensured that your new door seamlessly complements your home. Give us a call at 402-590-5800 or visit us online at DoorsPlusLLC.com. Doors Plus, garage doors and more.
Experience the Landmark difference with the next level of dealer support. Landmark, your local John Deere dealer, continually works to have parts on hand the first time you walk in the door. Our internal route system means we can get the parts to you typically same or next day to keep you up and running. At Landmark, we understand time is money. Get more uptime with our after-hours parts and service support on the phone or in the field. Stop by your local Landmark today to experience the Landmark difference.
With the Planet Fitness Black Card, you don't just get a great workout, you get a great perk out because your membership is packed with perks. For $1 down and $24.99 a month, you'll get perks like access to any of our 2,400 clean and spacious locations. Bring your friend anytime and both work out with tons of equipment that'll give you that big fitness energy. Relax in the Black Card spa and more. Work out and perk out with the PF Black Card. Join for just $1 down and $24.99 a month. Hurry.
This deal ends soon.
See Home Club for details.
As a proud member of the Roofing and Solar Reform Alliance, Coalition Restoration stands out by providing thorough property assessments, personalized customer service, and top-notch craftsmanship. With years of experience in the industry, Coalition Restoration has built a notable reputation for having a team filled with skilled professionals and possessing the expertise to handle any roofing project, big or small. Visit their website today for a free roof assessment at www.coalitionrestoration.com or give them a call at 402-607-8186.
You never think cancer will happen to you. I smoked for over 40 years. My doctor recommended that I get annual lung cancer screening. They were able to catch my cancer at stage 1. It's never too late to quit. Even if you're still smoking, you need to ask your doctor about annual lung cancer screening. Just 30 minutes a year could save your life.
Call the Nebraska Tobacco Quit Line, 1-800-QUIT-NOW, 1-800-784-8669. Paid for by Tobacco Free Nebraska. Aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
League One Volleyball is coming to Omaha this January. Featuring Olympic medalist Jordan Larson and Justine Wong-Arantes, Love Omaha Volleyball is Omaha's newest pro team. The inaugural season will showcase some of the world's best volleyball players. from medalists to NCAA champions and international superstars. With the action kicking off on January 24th at the Liberty First Credit Union Arena. Visit LOVB.com for more information and to purchase tickets. Volleyball is the next major league.
Hello, Charlie Stone here, and with me on the line is Andy Goodyear of Honda of Lincoln. Andy, it's been a while since we talked. Hey, what's the latest news at Honda of Lincoln?
It has been a while, Charlie. I hope you're doing well. Happy Honda Days is in full swing, and we have over 200 new Hondas in stock right now, ready for our customers to drive home.
Wow, that's the most you've had in a long time.
It is, Charlie. And we have great lease offers and financing from just 0.9% APR.
Hey, Andy, let me tell them about the pre-owned. They have over 125 pre-owned and certified pre-owned to choose from, with financing from 3.9% APR available. Incredible deals on new and used during Happy Honda Days, or if you need tires on your current vehicle, Honda of Lincoln is your best choice. Maybe it's time you experience the best. The Honda of Lincoln way of doing business, 27th and Yankee Hill Road, or online at hondaoflincoln.com.
This is the Don't Punt Hour on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Powered by the Teammates Mentoring Program. Here is your host, DeMornay Pierson-El.
All right, welcome back in. Second segment, Dump Punt Hour, with the host, as always, DeMornay Pierson-El on the Allo VIP line. You guys can join in Starter Heyman text line or the streams, Facebook, YouTube, X, Allo channel 961. Hell, you can watch it on Amazon Video after it's all said and done as well. With that being said, I want to talk about some news. And DeMornay, I just want to ask you if you're smelling BS here or if you're smelling the truth. We do got reports out of Jacksonville that the ownership might actually be taking a little bit of a step back. This one comes from Jeremy Fowler of ESPN. So,
yes.
I'll give you the quote, and then we can really decide. Carolina Panthers head coach Dave Canales and general manager Dan Morgan. So you got Dave and Dan, the GM and the head coach, are reportedly being given a larger leadership role within the organization. Panthers owner David Tepper, quote, has taken a more hands-off approach as of late. And again, that's according to ESPN's Jeremy Fowler. He's trying to trust Canales and GM Dan Morgan to get it right, knowing that the roster requires patience in its current state. We shall see if that holds. Again, kind of sniffed the BS meter himself there. Again, so proved as the owner in 2018, 3-10 again this year. It's seventh season under his tenure, and this would be the fourth time that they would finish in the bottom of the NFC South. How long is this going to last, do you think, for Tepper, if this is true, that it's actually hands off and he's backing up a little bit, letting the GM and head coach work?
If you was a billionaire and you owned a team and you did whatever you want to, you can say, "Oh yeah, I'm going to give them, more control." But when it comes down to it and everything like that, do you really think that is going to happen? No, because that's the only thing he knows. And if you're a controlling person when you're not in control, it's a problem. So no, I don't think he will let them do what they need to do. He's going to not be able to control himself, and he's going to have comments and push for this and push for that. And Carolina will do Carolina things.
Yeah. And he's got to, right? Because this all goes back to the great trade for the Chicago Bears. But he was already kind of in a bad light with the fan base, I think, because people felt like he was maybe too involved. And then after that Bears trade, again, that's the one where they turned essentially a bevy of picks for that the Bears would use for not only to get Rome, but also to get Caleb Williams. And in return, the Panthers really just got Bryce Young.
That's
it. Really bad. And Tepper is believed to be the guy that really pushed for that, according to Mike Florio. He was the one that broke out with that. So it's in a situation where he's kind of learned, because the things he's really pushed for have led the owner, or not the ownership, the franchise into just some awful football years. The fan base interest just continues to dwindle. It's good for the first few games, and there's a little bit of hope, and it fades really quick because the starts have just been so bad for this Panthers team. I'm hoping that he backs up. I mean, maybe you just take enough of the criticism for him through the media has been a lot stronger than it ever has been before. And that is the new thing you're seeing with these owners. Owners now hear a lot more from their fan base than they ever used to in the past. They would go to the dinners. The people that were close to them, the investors, they weren't necessarily going through social media. It wasn't around that. Now they hear all this stuff all the time. So maybe Tepper actually heard enough from social media, heard enough from the main outlets.
That man got $1 bazillion. Do you think he care about what people say? No. Why? Because they still gonna spend the money.
Here's my thought process. This is what, if you're him, right? If you want to win and you truly believe and this is where I think you're right. I don't think he could have swallowed the pride like that, but you would have to really convince yourself, like, the best thing I can do is get the hell away because I love this team. And that's a tough pill to swallow. So I'm going to bet that he is doing that right now, but I think he'll be back. I think, when they're looking at players' trade options, he'll be back.
It's the New Year's resolution. Oh, I'm going to go to the gym. I'm going to work out. Oh, I'm going to stop smoking this year. Oh, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that better. All right, you can't do it for 26 days straight. No. He not, man. What? That's going to be coming in. He's going to be going. He's too controlling. Again, he's going to do his homework. He's going to like what he's like because he's in tune and only sees what he wants to see. He's not going to want to hear anybody else's stuff. I don't care. I'm the owner. Do it or else.
Who's more? Go ahead. Finish.
Do it or else you're out of here. Well, now you're in a pickle.
Who's more likely to ever change, Jerry Jones or Tepper?
So.
I'm putting you between a rock and a hard place, but
the or that you said, Jerry or that's more likely to change than either one of the two.
Yeah, you're probably right. I don't think any of those guys are. They're too set.
No,
like at that point in their career, they're still making money. Even if the team sucks and has a bad year, they're still making money.
They're successful, and in their eyes, they have the 1 in a million, 1 in a chance to bring back or to do this and strike again. You're just one idea away. They're chasing, that feeling again.
Yeah,
to matter.
It's tough. How long do you think Dave Canales lasts for the Panthers? Because if this is true, right? If David Tepper's taking a step back, because that's another thing with the Panthers. It's like,
I mean, he got 3 years. They gave Rule what? 3 years, 4 years?
I think Rule was, I can't remember how many rules. I think Rule might have been 3 years. But he was let go. 2022 was when obviously Rule was let go, and then they get Frank Reich, and now they're here with Dave Canales. There's been a lot of head coaching turnover as well.
I mean, he got 3 to 4 years. If you're not at least competing for the NFC South division. Or your players are not generating what they're supposed to be, Pro Bowlers, all conference, all pros. If you're not turning stuff over, and at least the dudes that around after Ron Rivera, you had players, you had all pros on that team, you had guys that you got draft capital of. You just didn't have a strong team around them. They're starting from the bottom, up, building a team. Like, yeah, you got a quarterback and you got some other pieces, and it's going to take a little while. Like, I think it might take, 3 almost 4 years to really, see some huge changes. Year to year, I think, you'll see a lot of changes in between time. Even with Bryce now, he looks way more confident and rolling and everything like that. So I think you have a coach who understands that. He just needs time, but I don't know if the owner will give you enough, the amount of time of which you need to really make a change.
Yeah, that's why I asked you that, because it's very clear they are total reset button outside of maybe a few pieces, but you're still not super sure about Bryce Young. The only guy you're sure about is Chuba Hubbard, your running back, who's been the one lone bright spot of your entire season so far. You're going to take a while. And if you're Tepper, you really got to keep your word on the New Year's resolution to the hands-off approach, because it's not going to look good next year. Probably not 2 years.
the offense, you're starting to catch flame with your veteran receiver. So they're going to have to hit free agency well. You're going to have to get some good free agency pieces in there to help, the offensive side and the defensive side. It's just not, one or the other. You're going to have to hit the free agency. You're going to have to throw some money out for people to come down there and play. Charlotte is a beautiful city, one of my favorite cities, period. You're going to have to do that in free agency. You're going to have to hit on, guys you draft and bring them up. And then on top of that, the guys that you kind of have there are going to have to step it up and play. So, I mean, it's not just we'll plug and play with this and that. Like, no, it's going to be, a couple of things that you have to do to at least get back to, at least 500. Because they're not even that right now. You're not even operating on the same level as anybody else in your conference. And everybody in your conference other than you is winning at least, 6 to
the worst one is
9
Saints
games
5. Saints there 5-8, Falcons 6-7, Buccaneers 7-6. But 3-10.
They're all right around the same, and they all look better teams than them, and they got a few more wins. So
well,
they're
for reference,
not close.
My 4-9 Bears boat raced the Panthers. They're 1 win better. But the Panthers.
I think the Panthers would bust y'all.
I mean, come on. All right, we've entered the outrageous part of the show where we just say things to say them. But this is Dumb Punt Hour. We got one more segment. Don't go anywhere. We'll probably wrap up some more NFL. I want to talk to you about the 2 receivers. Which one would you take? And maybe we'll talk about 2 situations. Which is the quote-unquote better situation. Some more NFL talk coming up next. Don't go anywhere. Dumb Punt Hour with the host, as always, the morning Pierson-El on the Allo VIP line.
The Huskers are headed to the Pinstripe Bowl. Cheer on the Huskers in New York City on the official Husker Pinstripe Bowl tour offered by the Nebraska Alumni Association. Your bowl package includes a 2-night hotel stay, round-trip transportation on game day, pregame events, and more. Spots are limited, so book your spot now on the official Husker Pinstripe Bowl tour with the Nebraska Alumni Association. Go to HuskerFanTravel.com or call 888-831-0858. That's 888-831-0858 or HuskerFanTravel.com.
As a proud member of the Roofing and Solar Reform Alliance, Coalition Restoration stands out by providing thorough property assessments, personalized customer service, and top-notch craftsmanship. With years of experience in the industry, Coalition Restoration has built a notable reputation for having a team filled with skilled professionals and possessing the expertise to handle any roofing project, big or small. Visit their website today for a free roof assessment at www.coalitionrestoration.com or give them a call at 402-607-8186.
Join us for Old School this Friday, December 13th at Salt Mine City, Lincoln's newest brewery at 8th and R in the Haymarket. Enjoy their great beer selection as you pregame for the Nebraska-Indiana men's basketball game at Pinnacle Bank Arena at 7 o'clock. That's Old School this Friday at Salt Mine City at 8th and R.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Sponsored by John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning.
The Lincoln forecast for today, we'll see increasing clouds throughout the day with a light breeze. An afternoon high around 31. Tonight, mainly cloudy and calm with a low around 16. And tomorrow, we'll see partly sunny skies with light winds and a high around 28. I'm meteorologist Kyle Clucker from 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Are you looking to upgrade or improve the garage door on your home? This is Cameron Hall of Doors Plus. At Doors Plus, we guarantee to offer a wide selection of options from 5 leading garage door manufacturers as we deliver a free estimate, exact measurements, and rapid installation with a 3 to 5 week time frame. When you choose Doors Plus for your residential garage door needs, you'll work with our experienced technicians and be ensured that your new door seamlessly complements your home. Give us a call at 402-590-5800 or visit us online at DoorsPlusLLC.com. Doors Plus, garage doors, and more.
Be sure to check out the top-selling Recomp. Recomp helps build lean muscle and strength while decreasing body fat. Recomp is ideal for men and women of all ages trying to look their best. Recomp can only be found in Nutrition Authority. For info, visit mynutritionauthority.com.
Our first $2 night of the season is Thursday, December 12th against the Sioux City Musketeers. Score $2 PBR and Busch Light Tall Boys, as well as hot dogs, popcorn, and soda. Rock the Box with the Stars for our only Thursday night home game of the season. Get your tickets now at LincolnStars.com for $2 night at the Icebox.
Start your Sundays off right with Jeff and Nicole Essink on Fitness Fanatics. Jeff and Nicole discuss health and wellness, how to achieve fitness goals, and more through the life of gym owners and gym goers. It's Fitness Fanatics from 9 to 11 a.m. on Sundays on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Load up on meat and more this winter at the Mercado by Certified Piedmontese. This week's special through December 17th is 15% off all wine and spirits and 25% off on thermometers. Locations at 84th and Havelock, 30th and Yankee Hill, and now 85th and Old Cheney in Lincoln, or 168th and Maple in Omaha. Get to the Mercado today for the best meat in town.
Hello, Charlie Stone here, and with me on the line is Andy Goodyear of Honda of Lincoln. Andy, it's been a while since we talked. Hey, what's the latest news at Honda of Lincoln?
It has been a while, Charlie. I hope you're doing well. Happy Honda Days is in full swing, and we have over 200 new Hondas in stock right now, ready for our customers to drive home.
Wow, that's the most you've had in a long time.
It is, Charlie. And we have great lease offers and financing from just 0.9% APR.
Hey, Andy, let me tell them about the pre-owned. They have over 125 pre-owned and certified pre-owned to choose from, with financing from 3.9% APR available. Incredible deals on new and used during Happy Honda Days, or if you need tires on your current vehicle, Honda of Lincoln is your best choice. Maybe it's time you experience the best. The Honda of Lincoln way of doing business, 27th and Yankee Hill Road, or online at hondaoflincoln.com.
Everyone should have a collection of something. For some, it's stamps or coins, expensive cars, or even watches. But for a lot of people, it's sports cards. And there's no better way to grow your collection than with the help of Capital City Sports Cards, Lincoln's first and only collector-first sports cards and memorabilia shop. Capital City Sports Cards connects collectors of all ages and demographics with unique collectibles sure to bring any collection to life, no matter the budget. Visit Capital City Sports Cards near 56th and Old Cheney or through their eBay storefront. Capital City Sports Cards, Lincoln's premier sports card and memorabilia store.
In every office, there's two types of people. There are those who bring in bagels and those who eat the bagels that someone else brought in. Everybody likes the first person. Be that first person. Weekday mornings at 7:30, you have a chance to win a business box of bagels from Bagels & Joe. All you have to do is shut up, Sipple. 2 questions for you, 2 for Sip. Win, and the bagels are yours. Lose, well, you don't want to lose.
You lost Monday, you lost Wednesday, you're a loser.
Shut up, Sipple. Weekday mornings at 7:30, brought to you by Bagels & Joe.
93.7 The Ticket is proud to provide listeners with daily opportunities to win contests and prizes on our airwaves, and would like to take this opportunity to remind you of a couple rules. All participants must be 21 or older and must wait 30 days after winning a prize before participating in another contest. Once you win, you have 30 days to pick up your prize at the K&TK Studios, 1040 O Street in Lincoln, or your prize will be forfeited. Thank you for participating in our contest, and thank you for listening to 93.7 The Ticket.
This is the Don't Punt Hour on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Powered by the Teammates Mentoring Program. Here is your host, DeMornay Pierson-El.
All right, wrapping things up here on the Don't Punt Hour with the host, as always, DeMornay Pierson-El. Don't worry, though, we'll have Off the Field with Kendall Lanier up next. She's back. She'll go from that 8 to 9 o'clock slot. So be sure to stay tuned in for that one. To wrap things up here, I want to give you a pick between a couple players here. If we still got time, we'll pick between a couple of just really tough environments to be in, and which one would be the harder one to turn around. In the first couple of segments, we talked about Bill Belichick. What's so intriguing about Chapel Hill? There's a few routes you can go with that one. All right. Good morning, Pierson-El. I'll ask you. There's 2 wide receivers this year, and you can even go with option C, but 2 that have really been standing out above the rest have been Justin Jefferson and Jamar Chase. Both of those guys have been putting together phenomenal seasons, the LSU wide receivers. Jamar Chase, he's got 1,319 yards on the season. Justin Jefferson, 1,170. Both those guys playing absolutely phenomenal. If you had to pick between the two, it was kind of a funny occurrence because there was that video going around of Joe Burrow talking to Jamar Chase, and they asked him who's the better wide receiver, you or Justin Jefferson. and there's a little bit of back and forth banter. But this year, Jamar Chase might actually be one of the better receiver. Who do you got?
I got JJ.
Yeah, is there an option C like a Puka, Nakua, CeeDee Lamb? Even though they're not great years for him.
I don't even think those two dudes are even. I mean, outside of this year, I think CD may be close, but I think these two dudes are in a different league of their own. Puka can't hold they jock strap to either one of them. It ain't close. He's a good athlete. Don't get me wrong, but yeah, I mean they just operate a little bit different.
Yeah, I don't know. Puka is interesting. Again, coming off the injury, I mean, he's playing phenomenal now.
Oh yeah, he turning things up.
Mm-hmm. And so recency bias, you might want to put him in there as an option C. CeeDee Lamb definitely has the ability to be the best wide receiver in the league year in, year out. But the Cowboys drama, just top to bottom, it's just not been a good year for him. He already got paid, so he doesn't really have to put it on the line this season. And I think you're seeing that a little bit with him, but certainly still has the capability to be the best wide receiver in the NFL year-to-year basis. But yeah, as much as an impressive season this is for Jamar Chase, I still got to go with Justin Jefferson. You can ask Sam Darnold about it. It helped him a lot when he had to step in and go ahead and be that guy, especially with some of the other injuries going on. But Justin Jefferson has been a constant just go-to guy, no matter who's that quarterback.
They're two different quarterbacks. Receivers. One is an X receiver, more so like a Dez Bryant, type of guy, and that's Jamar Chase. And Justin is more so of a Anquan Bolden-ish, Odell Beckham.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it.
They're different. How you look at them, they're different. They do different things. They do a lot of the stuff, very the same the same way good, but they play different positions. Jamar is in the boundary majority of the time. Justin is in the field majority of the time. So they operate different. They both, their games is completely different. So it just depends on, what are you looking for, honestly, out of that receiver? What do you want to kind of base your team around? Or are you, do you just want, the man-to-man field receiver? Or do you want, your big body that can just go up and, your jump balls and everything like that and kind of get that thing squared away? I mean, that's really the difference. It just depends, which receiver are you looking for. But me personally, like I said, I still think Justin is just a better receiver. I just think he showcased it a little bit more consistently. Not to say that Jamar hasn't at this level or whatnot, but Justin has been on a different pace. He might be, the number 2 or number 3 receiver behind, Randy or Chris Carter in that organization.
Yeah, and I got to go with Justin Jefferson too. It's not by a lot. I think it's pretty close, but the fact that, I mean, when you have Joe Burrow as a quarterback and they've been working together for a while, that's your guy, which you played in college with as well. That chemistry's there. Justin Jefferson, again, it just doesn't seem to matter. He knows how to get open and he knows how to get for whoever's at their quarterback position. Make sure that those guys know where to find him. That's going to wrap it up for us. Demorne Pierson-El, appreciate the time as always. We'll do it one more time tomorrow, Thursday, 7 o'clock, but don't go anywhere. Off the Field with Kendall Lanier up next.